So I don't know how much longer I have because I'm kind of running out of space on my phone, but this is the plant that volunteered in my uh, kale and bok choy patch that also has the carrots growing in it. I pulled it out because it's growing right next to a kale and I don't really want that. And I put it in its own pot to see what it is. So we'll see. It doesn't really look like any of the weeds in the area, so I still think maybe bean, maybe, but I don't know. I'm not sure. This here is a bare root blackberry. I planted it this year. It's already starting to leaf out, which I'm excited about. This is a bare root blueberry. I believe this is a Jersey blue. I would have to double check. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Jersey blue. My big one is, I think, a blue crop. These are also blueberries. And sorry about that jump, I had to cough. And I don't remember what kind these are. Let's see, what does it say? Tiff blue, whatever that is. I believe they're June bearing. I'm not expecting to get any this year though, so that's fine. This is my grape. It's got a bunch of leaves growing on it, and please excuse like the red powder stuff. It's cayenne pepper. It keeps the squirrels off because they're rude. Coming around here, we have my chives, and it looks like we've got a couple of chive flowers. There we go, starting to form. My cutting onions, there's also a flower on that one down there. In the grape and the blueberry pot, there is radishes because I want radish pods. They're really good pickled. This is a decorative pot. Those are peas climbing up that will hopefully make very pretty flowers. I'm not really worried about actual peas because we don't really eat them, but sweet pea flowers would be pretty. There is in here some sunflowers. Over here is Bells of Ireland. This, I believe, is apricot aster. We will see how that pot goes. All of the little baby tomatoes. Little baby tomatoes. This is a bunch of cucumbers and melons and squash that I've started, and okra. I just started those last weekend, so they aren't up yet. And then this is my overflow tomatoes and my non-tomatoes. So this is okahijiki. This is called saltwort in English. It's supposedly kind of a salty, seaweedy taste, so we'll see how that goes. This is Greek oregano. These are blue lake bush beans here. This one here is actually sweet dumpling squash, and I've got four little plants growing in here, so I think it's about time to separate those out this weekend. Some more scarlet kale, just because I had a bunch of that started and not enough space to plant it, apparently. This is also scarlet kale, but smaller because smaller. Tomato, tomato, tomato. This is red veined sorrel. It's very pretty. I might actually bring it inside because it would make a very pretty houseplant too. This is strawberry spinach. So this produces little berries that look kind of like strawberries, hence the name. This also needs to be transplanted because it's getting pretty crowded in there. This is sorry about the focus. This one right here is piccolino basil. I got this because it's a good pot basil and it can bush out really pretty. So I'm hoping that I can manage that, but the leaves stay fairly small in this basil, and it's just really cute. This right here is regular sweet basil. Ugh. And then there's so many different varieties of tomato that I would have to pick each one up and look at it to see what it is, except for these ones. Focus. There we go. These ones here are silver fir tomatoes. And I got them specifically because their foliage looked weird in the pictures. And boy, in person does it still look weird. Some more overflow tomatoes. My baby tomatoes got attacked by squirrels in the greenhouse one day when I was leaving it open to help acclimatize them. I guess harden them off is what it's called. So some of my tomatoes are actually mixed up because I just had plants laying on the ground and I just put them in pots and hoped that it was right. Over here are my experimental pots. So we have garlic from the store, scarlet runner bean here, and then this is purple Cherokee because I had some extra purple Cherokees. This pot is the same, store garlic, purple Cherokee tomato, scarlet runner bean. Supposedly all those things can be planted together. We'll see how well that works. Here are my asparagus. All 4 of these pots here are asparagus, and one of them has like just this super, super tall asparagus in it for no good reason. I've got strawberries planted in this pot and in the far pot because they are supposedly good companions to asparagus. And then I've got a strawberry pot right here as well. And that has taken off surprisingly well. I didn't think it would do as well as it's been doing. I just took one of my felt pots, cut holes in the side, and stuck bare root strawberries in it. The ones on top were not bare root. They were in a 6 cell, but they were like $1 for a 6 cell of strawberry plants, so I got them. This is the hydrangea that was over by the greenhouse. As you can see from some of the crisping here on the leaves, it didn't really like being in the sun as much as it was getting, so we put it back over here in the shade because the one up front that's in the shade all day does really well, and this one is just not doing that well. So